Good afternoon. This is Robert Wink with eXp Realty out here in Denton, Texas. Hey, today you see houses popping up everywhere. I mean, homes are selling quick, they're going fast. You're getting 5 to 10 offers. And I mean, house is going on the market Friday. Then all of a sudden, Sunday, boom, we got 15 offers. And what's the best offer? And then people are going, "Wait, why do I need a realtor? I don't need a realtor. I'm going to do a for sale by owner, the FS for sale by, FSBO. We and in the real estate world, we call that FSBOs. And so you'll have FSBOs expired and get a realtor. I'll call you, hey, I saw that you're trying to sell your home. Or they drive by and they see the sign and go, oh, it's a FSBO. Let's see if I can make this happen. So I'm going to be the real estate agent people don't want you to know about or to tell you the truth. For sale by owner, do it. Go for it. Actually, what we're talking about today is considering selling your home yourself. Here are the first 12 things you need to do to sell your home as a FSBO, for sale by owner. It's great. So we're going to go through this, and it's going to be a little long, but I think you need to understand that a lot of people say, hey, I don't want to pay the 6% for commission. I don't want to pay 3% to the seller, 3% to the buyer. It's going to happen. I mean, you're going to pay either way. And what I mean by you're going to pay either way is there's liability, there's risk, are you paying a realtor, or you can find a wholesaler who wants to get their money on top of this or that. It's a lot of work, and you have to be prepared. And so what I'm going to talk about today is helping you get prepared. So number one, you got to get your home ready to move in, condition before you even start. Because what happens is if you have somebody who says, hey, I want to buy your home, well, there's liability, there's risk, there's insurance. So what's going on with your home? Declutter it, make it as simple as possible. I call it the hotel theory, the hotel method. You walk in a hotel, what do you have? Chair, desk, lamp, bed, open the door, 3 different Bibles. And then you sit there and you go bathroom. So that's how bare bones you want to get it down to when you're getting your home ready to move in. If you got trees that are overhanging on the house, trim them. Hire a landscaping company, go out there, clean it up, make it look fresh. Curb appeal brings owners in. So that's something you want to look at. I'm gonna tell you something, a little secret about FSBOs. I walk around, I do some jogging, and if I jog by a house and the house grass is horrible, I know they're not taking care of the inside. I know that I can almost guarantee that. It's also a theft deterrent. But if that house has high, nice landscaping, it's going to be the side of the neighborhood. Guess what? I know you take care of your property inside. That's without a doubt. So that's what I recommend. Declutter, have your friends walk through, give you advice. If you have a giant sculpture that, is you're into roosters or you're into lions, that's a taste. You may want to move it. Hey, if it's a lion, let me know. I'll be happy to come by and get it. Big fan of cats. So, but the other thing you will need to look at is get a pre-inspection done. And I don't, there's inspection companies in the Dallas area charge $600. If you go to my website, it actually will be on the link below. There's a guy named Teddy's Home Inspections. He does them for $300 for an initial inspection before you even list your home. So you know what you're looking at. It will help you negotiate price, but maybe you'll get the repairs done first so a deal doesn't fall down the road. Number 2, you got to price your home. Do not go look at Zillow. You actually want to price your home. And so when it comes to pricing homes, you want to look at what's been sold in the area, what's been sold in your school district, what's been sold, within the last 12 months. But you want to I always do a 5-year variance on a house. So if the home was built in 2006, I'm going to 2011 on the high end. I'm going to 2001 on the low end. And what that does, it allows me to see what's been sold, what's pending, and what's actually going to be prepared to that's on the market now. It gives me a price range to deal with. And you got to remind yourself, there's an upswing, always it's a pendulum when we talk about real estate. So in June, July, August, September, everybody's getting ready to move into their new home. Kids are going to school. It's just something to be prepared for, but also look at interest rates. So this is an economy thing you have to look at. It's seasonal as well. Less homes are sold during the winter. Let's be honest, more homes are sold during the summer. Number 3, list your home on multiple MLSs. There's places where you can do a flat fee, $500, $1,000. But basically, all the realtors, we flock to the MLS because we know it's current, it's there. I've sat there, had people call me about homes on Zillow, Trulia back in the day, realtor, and they'll call me, hey, man, I saw this great home. I want to go look at it. Call the real estate agent, hey, look at home showing. Hey, is this available? Oh, no, that's sold 6 months ago. Yeah, a lot of wasting times. That's why it pays to put your stuff on MLS, because it goes through the cycle of pending, sold, etc. Next thing is be a master of marketing. Just because you throw it on the MLS. So a lot of people say, I don't want to pay the 3% fee for the seller's realtor, because it's a waste of time. It's a waste of money. One thing I'll tell you, us as realtors, sellers, when you go to list your property to sale, that for sale sign could be any for sale signs I put in your yard. Each of them are $100. Boom. I have some that are $200. I throw them in your yard. I mean, that's $200 just sitting there. All right. So that's one thing you have to look at. And then we're going to put on the MLS. You paid $500, $1,000 to get put on. For us, we pay an annual fee for our MLS. So we have to tie that cost in there. But what else we're going to do is it's going to go on Realtor. It's going to go on Zillow. We're also paying for what's called the open house. We're paying for the pictures, because the open house isn't free. It's your time. But the pictures are 1,000 words. I've seen properties that don't sell because they have bad pictures or bad videos. So the one thing I tell all anybody selling their own home or realtors is you sell the city, you sell the school district, you sell the community. That's what you sell. And then you sell the home, because everything falls in line. I mean, if you have noisy neighbors or the school district's changing, that might not be a selling piece. You sell everything first, then you sell the home. And so they fall in love with the community, then you're selling the home. How do you sell the home? Like I said, video, pictures, drone footage is great, but the reason why you're hiring a realtor is because they're the master in the market. They understand what's going on, what buildings are going in, what's coming up, what's coming down the pipeline from an economic development point of view, and what's going on within the town. But they also sit there and throw it on Facebook ads, Google ads. Your realtor should be sitting down with you going, hey, this is my marketing plan for you. This is what's going to cost. If we don't sell, I am going to eat that cost. I mean, I'm losing money. I've worked with one realtor. She sat there and said, we did an agreement. If you decide to take your house off the market, you're going to pay me $300 for photography pictures. There's nothing wrong with that. Like I tell everybody, I have 3D tours that I can do. I do drone footage, drone video, real estate photography. So if you're thinking about selling your home, reach out to me. I'll be happy to help you develop a marketing plan, do your photography. So I tell everybody, but if you list with me, that's all free. You get that for free, no cost. Usually that package is a couple $100 to a couple of $1,000, depending who you're talking to. Next, number 5, be responsive to calls and messages. If you're selling your own home, people are going to be calling you. They're going to be texting you. They're going to be leaving voicemail. They're going to be doing Facebook, Instagram. They're going to hit you all through all social media streams. What I would recommend, if you're truly interested in this house, call this number, leave a voicemail, send a text, direct them to a very specific location through one median or two. So that may say, hey, email it to this area. Gmail is free. Give it a free address. Do your street number, street name at gmail.com. Everything goes there. Just some advice. Next thing is let's go number 8. Actually, number 7. Why do we skip that? But we're at number 7. Plan and host an open house. And this is the same thing with marketing. Keep your house clean. Hey, we're doing an open house this day and that day. Times Friday, Saturday, 1 to 4. PM is always optimal time. But guess what? If it's on a Sunday, you're probably going to be dealing with the individuals that are religious, go to church. So you may need to switch times, but you also need to take into account the community that you're in. For example, in Utah, Church of Latter-day Saints, Mormons, they have different times. Catholic Church have different times of church. So understanding the religious aspect of the community may alter your times. Just something to be cognizant of. You cannot discriminate when selling your home in regard to religion. Just an FYI, that's a lawsuit. However, for marketing purposes, working around those times may be more advantage to you. But you cannot say because you're this religion or that religion, we're not going to sell to you. You're waiting for a lawsuit. Number 8, free up your schedule, show your house at a moment's notice. When I was an Army recruiter, I want to join the Army. Boom. I immediately was working with them. You're trying to sell your home. You're selling your probably your biggest asset you're ever going to have. And it's important, right time, right place. People ask me, why were you successful as a recruiter? Right time, right place. I was recruiting on the weekends. I was, right place, right time. The day after Thanksgiving, where was I? I was there. Veterans Day, I was in the office making phone calls. I was at the right place in the right time because people were off of work. This goes the same for showing your home. What's the right place and right time? After 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. during the weekdays. During the weekends, 12 to 8. It's up to you, but plan it, have a game plan around your kids, post about it, let people know. Next, plan to negotiate. It's going to go back and forth, and it is going to be verbal. It's going to be written. Okay. And government contracts, it's where I come from. It's called the Four Corners Doctrine. If it's not written, it doesn't exist. So where's their signature? So when I say you plan to negotiate, it's always good to have a realtor available, but know what your property's worth, be able to discuss it. And if the deal doesn't meet you, what you want, then don't go with it. That's the best advice I'm gonna give you. Learn to keep a poker face, because you're gonna be negotiating either with an individual, a company, or another realtor, and you're looking out for your best interest. Number 9, be comfortable working with financing. That means the house is going for sale for this. Is the individual pre-approved that walks in the door? Are they doing a loan? Do they have the earnest money to put down? What does the contract say? How much money are they putting down? Just because it's a great loan, that's great, but cash is king. I mean, anybody will tell you that. A $300,000 offer in cash beats a $300,000 offer in a loan. When's closing? So what are you paying closing costs? Or are they? Is this going to a title company? It's going to go through the title company, but who's paying what? And you got to be comfortable working with the financing. You have to know your numbers. This leads to number 10, make sure everything is legal. You definitely, if the contract is not enforceable or the disclosure's done, there's a lot to it. So get with an attorney. There's loopholes around, and business people find it, investors find it. So if you're doing a for sale by owner, get with an attorney. The reason why realtors sell homes, we have TREC forms, and it is actually done by attorneys in the state of Texas. It gets looked at, and they say, this is the form you're going to use legally. So you have multiple attorneys that looking at it. That's approved by the state. So is that 3% worth that peace of mind, knowing you have a legal document that's been vetted by attorneys and all the realtors are using the same document? Yeah, it's worth the 3%. Just my personal opinion. And finally, the next two, number 11, be ready to regroup, reassess, and start over again. Your heart's going to be broken. You're going to get lowball offers. You think your property's worth $500,000? Really, it might only be worth $420,000. You think, oh, I'm gonna list it at $500,000, get in a bidding war, or $300,000. There are strategies for that, but you gotta know your markets. You gotta know your numbers. And so I can tell you right now, Denton, Texas, we're at 0.2 available homes on the market. I can sit there and tell you, the average house sits so many days on the market. The average house has 11 people showing up. Then it takes up to 14. Then 8 people are making offers. I mean, that's just numbers, and I can pull that for every city, every county, zip codes. That's why you work with a realtor, because they know the numbers, and we can actually break it down to the actual subdivision. That's what you're paying for, is knowing the numbers, the marketing plan, the legal side. But hey, you want to do yourself, go do it. I recommend, it's always good to learn and fail and learn and be successful. You don't always need a realtor to do all this. These are just some tips. And finally, there's a thing called instant offers, iBuys. So what I do is actually, it's called EXP, express offers. You pay nothing. I can tell you what your home's worth, what somebody's willing to pay for it. I'm gonna be honest with you, it's 70 to 90% at market value. And you do not have to take the offer. It takes me 7 days tops to get you, hey, this company, that's my dog, Chloe, sorry, 7 to 10, 5 days, you're probably gonna get 70 to 90% of what the market thinks it is. The numbers don't lie, the market value. But there's other iBuyer routes, Open Door, OfferPad. Zillow used to do it. Homeward, Orchard, Fly Homes, Ribbon. There's plenty of other platforms that do it. There's private investors and buyers out there. So to make life a little bit easier, look at every one of them. Run your numbers. So that's all I have today. This is Robert Wink with eXp Realty. If you're looking to buy or sell your home, contact me. If you like this video, like it, share it, and leave a comment, send it to your friends, and have a good day.